Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a whole new year. 2026 has finally arrived, and it is brutally cold out here. But we have to crack on. We have to get a ride in. Wouldn't be an e-biker if I didn't come out in the elements and try to ride it once in a blue. So here we are. Sorry about my nose; it's still runny. Still can't seem to shake that every time I come outside. But here we are. We're going to crack on through the city of Shamokin for a quick ride. And, not much else really, because, like I said, it is blistering cold out here. Andrew, hello. How are you? Happy New Year. You're the first one to get in here on the chat on the first live stream of the new year of 2026. Congratulations. Andrew, I have something for you. You won a prize. I don't have it with me, but I will next time I see you, which I know I will see you. It's a small city. I got you. Ralph, what's up, Ralph? I was reading the messages before I came out. I heard you had a good night. A little rough start to the day, though, huh? But yeah, man, it is really windy out here as well. I wanted to get the drone out today and fly around, but unfortunately, the winds are not allowing me to do that. So, I mean, I probably could fly it in this, but I'd just rather not. I mean, look at that. Blistering cold out here. Rough day today. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You gotta hang in there. We're gonna rise above and crack on. You know it. Remember, anything is always temporary. I don't know the details of what's going on, but remember, everything's temporary in life. Well, all right, let's crack on. Who else is popped in there? Ralph. Okay, Ralph. Definitely wasn't missing this live. Either was I. Fortunately, I probably could. I wouldn't mind it. You see, the grounds are really wet. It's icy. It snowed, about 3 inches yesterday overnight. So it is a sloppy mess out here, so I got to be extra easy today. I was out here walking around earlier getting stuff done for tomorrow's videos that are coming out. So if you're in the Key Ring Friday, look tomorrow around, I want to say noon. I'm going to post that video. Angel Baby's in there? Is that who popped in? No? Oh, you're going to go get Angel Baby. Okay. Definitely. So it's going to be a slow ride because, like I said, it's freezing. The roads are garbage, and I probably shouldn't have the bike out in these conditions. It's just like riding in the rain, but this bike's about had its life expectancy and some, so I can't complain. How's our audio sounding today? So look how flushy all this is. It's really bad. Outlaw, hello. We like having the in-laws, outlaws, all of them on this channel. Maybe not so much the in-laws, but we like having them all on this channel. The sun is setting in the cold region. We're in Pennsylvania. One of my favorite places to eat here, Luna's. Heck yeah, right? Heck yeah. I gotta go over there one day and try that out. Definitely gonna do that sometime soon. My buddy Bradley keeps telling me I have to do that. He works over there, so we'll get in there one day and check it out. Probably get a VIP in there, actually, huh? I can't see anything. That sun was beaming in my eyeballs. Beaming. Make sure no cars are behind me, too. So it is really wet out here and nasty and slushy, and cars are everywhere. Gotta be careful. Bouncy. Wish I could find a spot where there was no wind. But I don't think that exists out here today. We're gonna go a little through the snow, see how the bike handles it. Wow, whoa! I don't know if it picked that up on the camera or what. Look at that old car. That's a classic there, huh? Yeah, but I slid right through that really nicely. There's no type of traction on these tires. Let's pop a stop right here for a second. Curious, what's up, buddy? Glad to have you here. Happy New Year. First live stream of 2026. I wasn't going to do it, but I had to. I couldn't pass the opportunity to come out and say something, ride around a little bit. I haven't been out in the city much lately, There's a sign down there on the Rite Aid building. Let's see what that's about. These sidewalks look like junk around here, too. You know what I mean? Look at this. You tell code enforcement was off work today. Well, I tell you, riding a bike through this is not fun. Gosh, to be careful. Oh, it's available. That's all it says over there. That's a nice little part of the sidewalk, at least. Yeah, it just says it's available space. We knew that, though. We knew it was available space. All Rite Aids are available space, aren't they? Anywhere you go. Yeah, 30 degrees is definitely warmer than I'm looking down there at the sign. It says 24 down there on that sign. Earlier it said 23 on my app before I came out. Believe it or not, I seen a high of 22 earlier today. But 23 is a little higher than that. But you never know. See, the weathermen, they got the best job in the world. They got all the technology. They're pretty darn good at what they do. But they could be wrong at the same time and still get their paycheck. Whereas then if I'm wrong, I won't receive a paycheck no more. That kind of thing. Let's crack on though, man. Like I said, it is cold. We still got some stuff set up from our cold drop last night. I stayed in with Carson at the house where it was warm. It was snowing and high winds, and it was just a nasty mess out here. I hope the wind reduction is working here. Let me turn. I don't want to face it. All right, so when the wind blows, are you hearing that, or do I have to turn on the sound reduction? Noise reduction, whatever it's called. Yeah, I was watching OG and them doing their thing last night, driving around, singing, hooting, hollering. There come that car again. Yep. She got 22 people watching. Let's hit that thumbs up. Help me out a little bit. Show some New Year love. Not hearing the wind, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm not sure if they're backed all winter. I just know through the holiday season they are. The meters, that is. It's been like that since Thanksgiving, I believe. Right after Thanksgiving. Which is really cool, I guess parking enforcement takes a vacation at this time of year. Oh, wow, that's a cool shot. Of the Glen Burn. That's pretty cool. Here, I'll show you some more here real quick. Just for the holidays. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. All right, we got some people trying to cross here, but we're gonna get across real quick because it says for us to go. Like I said, they should make heated sidewalks for real though. So there it is. That's the cold drop right there. I'll adjust the camera a little bit so you can see. They dropped that big chunk of coal right there down. Boom! 2026 it is. On a flatbed trailer. Coal region style. Got the cars going. So, anyone that hangs around me, that knows me locally, sorry if I seem like I'm going to be a little on edge. I am 100% quitting smoking. And it's been rough. It's been really rough. I've been trying most of the year to get there, and I cut back really significantly over the last year. But now, I'm not going to smoke a single cigarette ever again in the rest of my life. Ever again. And, wow. I tell you what, the hardest part about doing that is the habits. Like, you do something and then you go smoke a cigarette, right? Like, prime example, I ate a meal today, right? And I usually step out and take a few drags of a cigarette, right? Well, that was the hardest thing not to do that today because I'm so used to routine when you do certain things. So I'm finding other things to do. Like, my house is pretty much cleaner than clean right at the moment. I try to keep myself busy, and that's why I'm out here riding around too. Another reason I'm out here, because if I would have stayed at home, I would have thought about it some, But I'm going to do this for Carson. I want to be around when Carson graduates. I want to be around when he graduates college. I want to be around when I'm a great grandpa. You know what I mean? And the only way to do that is you got to rise above. Rise above. I keep saying it. You understand now. We're on a rise above. I'm going to crack on. I am not going to do it again. Ooh, I didn't mean to hit the button there. Make sure my headlight ain't on, because that killed the battery real quick on the bike. I keep turning it off. That saved a little bit of battery. Yep, see, exactly. I'm lucky. I don't have any of the health issues associated with it so far. I'm not saying I won't ever get them, even if after I quit. But I don't have that, and I don't want that. So I got to step up and do what's right. So yeah, Andrew, you understand. You see what that does to somebody, man. You know the feeling. So you understand why I'm trying to do that. I don't want to put my kids through that. My son. I only have one. Hello, Nikki. 3489. Thank you, Ralph. 40 years, yeah. Cigarettes are the worst part, though, man. We get rid of the cigarettes. I mean, medication's a different thing, you know what I mean? As long as you do it legitly. But I said the cigarette part gotta go. I can't have that no more. But yeah, we went early this morning, about 6 a.m. I hit the road with Carson. Rose was with actually too. And we took a long drive. And I'm telling you what, these roads were horrible this morning. Horrible. We are in Shamokin, Pennsylvania right now, where we stand at the moment. We're looking at the Glenburn Comb Bank. It is not a mountain. It is a comb bank. A comb bank is the waste of the coal company. When they mine it and all that thing goes through the breaker, it is actually the waste product that is stacked that tall. But behind that building you see right here, all this is a comb bank. So a big waste pile. And it is on fire, actually. But, you know, it's not shooting flames out and all that good stuff. But if you're up there and you look at some of my other videos from up there, you'll actually see I did a nice little presentation in the wintertime when it snowed of the mine fire, or comb bank fire, actually, it is burning. Pennsylvania, last I checked, and I'm talking, this is about almost 8 years ago, we had 36 mine fires in Pennsylvania actively burning. There is an odor, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get a sulfur, rotten egg smell odor when you're up there, but you don't get that in the city. You get the city smells in the city here. And I'd tell you what, I'd rather much have that other smell up on the mountain than down here. Sometimes in summer, Andrew could testify to this, man. The sewer systems around here smell so horrible. And it doesn't help that we have the acid mine drainage going right through the center of our city, multiple directions. And which we're going to actually see that here in a second. For y'all that don't know what acid mine drainage is, it is the byproduct of the mines. When the water levels and the pumps and all that stop, and the water builds up, I have a whole video on that. I'm not going to get into that. If you want to know more about that, I did a real quick video. It's very educational. It explains acid mine drainage 100%. It's on the channel. Oh, wow. I'm going all over the place. Fishtailing. Tell you what, I get 50 thumbs up. I will go fishtailing this bike all through town. On every sidewalk, every patch of ice. We'll destroy this bike today. All right, so acid mine drainage is that right there. It ruins the water and makes sure that no type of life, no fish, no wildlife, nothing can live in this type of water right here. It is very, very polluted. Centralia will never be put out, actually. I've done a lot in Centralia. I have a lot of ties in Centralia. I've done a lot of volunteer work over the time in Centralia when it comes to the mine fire cleanup events with their fire department. And, you know, stuff like that. Because, you know, I used to be pretty close to Centralia, and I know a lot of organizations that got nonprofit that got involved in cleaning up these kind of places. You know, the illegal dumping for trash and all that. So we planted over 350 apple trees out there, actually, in Centralia back 2000. 2020, 21, something. It was right after COVID. We were still wearing masks when we did it for COVID purposes. Yeah, that's Turkey Hill over there. Canyon. Boom. We got lots of stuff like that around here. One of my favorite places I've been to. Well, I can't say it's one of my favorite. They're all my favorite, but that's the Independence. We did a video on the Independence on the series Behind the Mask. Check that one out too if you want. But yeah, the tattoo shop right next to me here. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, well, Centralia, the mine fire has actually moved out of town. It's going more towards Ashland now. So you really don't see it that much in Centralia anymore, believe it or not. Hey, look at that. That's the moon ahead of me there. What's that popping up? Okay, Ralph, thank you. I can take my glove off and hit some love on that for you. Boom. There we go. You see the moon up there in the sky already? So get this, Donovan, right? Donovan and I were talking earlier. He finally got a telescope. I'm talking a fancy telescope, right? So what he going to end up doing is, we got the supermoon coming and all that good stuff, and he was testing it out. He was shining up the mountains and the sun today. He sent me pictures of the sun. Oh my goodness, this thing's amazing quality. So I'm gonna hook up with him. Excuse me. We'll hook up with him at some point, and we're gonna get a live stream going. He's gonna teach us how this thing works and teach us some stuff about the stars up in the sky there. How do y'all feel about that one? Donovan reports. But yeah. I can't wait to share some of the images that he got. And of course, you know, I got to make sure he's cool with that first. I mean, he said before he was, but always want to double check with somebody because, you know, because eventually he's going to start. How you doing? Yep. So eventually he's going to start an Instagram, I think he said, and start posting all that kind of stuff on there. So, you know, I'm going to ask y'all to support that if you could. But when the time comes, I'll get you the information. But yeah, city of Shamokin. Let's go back into the main area then, I guess. Well, it is like I say, you see it. Everybody's miserably cold out here today. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not crazy. I work in crazy. How can I be crazy? But I want to be up on the sidewalk though. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea after all. Look at all that ice. I just don't want to be in the middle of that road though. These people can't drive. Man, the sun's setting awesome right now. Sunset looks so cool around the coal region, I'm telling you. Gail, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the love. The 10. Wow. I'm truly humbled. I really am, y'all. You know y'all don't have to do that. But yeah, you should message me, Gail, on the Facebook page so I can get you a keyring sent to you. Keyrings, I got a couple stickers I can send you as well. They're one of the religious followers that, unfortunately, down in NC there, North Carolina, right? You can't come up here and find a keyring, so I have no issue sending you one. Just got to get me that address, or you can email it to me too on the YouTube homepage there of mine. Is my email address for Coal Region Explorer. You can also do it that way if you want, if you don't have Facebook. But yeah, reach out to me. I'll definitely get it in the mail as soon as possible. I was actually going to the post office today to mail some stuff, and I realized that they were closed today. And I thought of that before I left the house, thank goodness, you know. Oh, it's okay. They're for my supporters, and you're a supporter, so I'll definitely send you one. It's not no big deal. I got plenty. I can order more if I needed to. I got a new design actually, and shared that yesterday on the live stream, which I made that for members only because I'm having monetization issues with it. So that's why it's not out for public at the moment. So Yeah, holy moly, it's cold out here. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not the smartest thing I've ever done. But when I was a kid, I used to ride my regular bike through the snow, any type of weather, rain and all, you know. But riding an e-bike through definitely isn't the smart thing. But you know, again, you don't know until you try. But I'm doing it with a bike that is not meant to be off-road or any other terrain than pavement, so that's the best part. Many of you probably haven't seen this bike if you're new to the channel. So I'll tell you what, let's park right up under here for a second. Boom. Park the bike like yay so. I gotta take one glove off. I'm not taking both off. We'll disconnect y'all. But yeah, that's what I'm riding at the moment. Yeah. Like I said, them tires have no type of traction. The motor's dry still, at least. But yeah, that's what I'm riding here. So here we got mainly off-grid. Robbie from I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. We got the Coal Region Rose. Tony, Random Adventure 2.0. Where we at? What we doing? 210 Outdoors. Ozark's Great Adventure. Rewind Outdoors is another good channel. And then on this side, just mine. And one of the original stickers right there, which looks like it's weathering now. But that is the first original sticker, the first sticker out of the pack that I ever ordered and never tried. It's an okay ride. It has, hold on a second, 519 miles on it in a year. I got this about a year ago around this time, a little bit after this time. But yeah, it's a nice little bike for this area. It's lightweight. I live on the second floor, so you know I got to carry it up and down. And it works out pretty nice, actually. Well, I don't have to carry it up and down anymore. I guess I can get a bigger bike now when I go to upgrade again. So yeah. Man, I'll tell you what though. I don't have to keep sniffling. I'm sure you guys can hear that. But it's definitely woo sliding everywhere. Sliding everywhere. Snow spitting around. I got my heated jacket on plus a hoodie and another sweatshirt on under this, a t-shirt. So I'm pretty warm. Thermal pants, regular pants, you know. Although I meant to put my boots on before I came out, and I didn't do that. So I got my sneakers on it. The wind's going through. My feet are freezing. I don't have the Coal Region Explorer socks on. Those are more for the summertime. Those are designed. But I don't think they would any pair would help me right now. Any pair of socks. My feet are frozen. Ay. I tell you what. That's a really cool look with the moon up there. Over the building there. But yeah. It's really cool that you can see the whole mountain with the snow on it like that. It kind of like brings the shape of the mountain out so much better. Then like way over there, it's pink. I really like that. All right. As we see, the beer distributor and Coney Island are closed at the moment. Shamokin, PA. Yes, it is. Wax Goblin's moon. No way. There's some bloody stuff going on. Ah, that's a lot of pigeons. Are they pigeons? I don't know what those are. What are those? They're not pigeons. They're bigger. Ha! Whoa, that's right. That is absolutely right, Ralph. Bully. Why do birds keep circling right here? I don't know what's going on. Maybe they see me and think I'm gonna be a snack here soon. That's too much, I tell ya. All right. The new the mail van there. That's a new style, ain't it? I was looking for those the new mail trucks like this they got now. I don't see them here yet, but they got all these new vans. These vans are showing up not too long ago around here. I don't understand why there's a pile of corn right there, but I guess the deer come into this part of the city. I doubt it. But yeah, supposedly they're replacing all those mail trucks there with something bigger and better. I guess those are it there. I don't know if a van's bigger and better, but yeah, they do. These pigeons that were over here at this building killed my first drone when I was trying to fly over that building. I was doing a little video about the brewery that used to be here. And birds done destroyed my drone, my very first one. It's all right though, I got better ones now. Better quality, better flying ability. I'm better at flying. I know better now than to fly around them pigeons. That's a big church though. This is the perfect weather to be out hunting deer actually. When it's frigid and cold like this, this is when you want to be out. Deer actually move a lot more in the cold, believe it or not, than they do when it's warmer. I mean, who doesn't though, right? So let me up the camera. We'll get a good view right there. Yeah. Oh wow, there's an airplane up there. No, not the Ralphie drone. The Ralph is the Mini 4K. The 4K Pro is Nosy. The Mini 4 Pro, I meant to say. My Mini 4 Pro is named Nosy. My Mini 4K is the Ralph. And Ralph is my frontline drone. The 4K, the 4K is the frontline drone. The Mini 4 Pro is, I use that for other things like when I'm flying longer distance, obstacles or more, stuff like that. It has obstacle avoidance and stuff like that. So, Angel baby, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's feeling better. I know it was a rough morning. Oh, so earlier, I was up there at the old post office, the one that's up behind that building. And the guys are shoveling the snow. So I asked them who owned it. And I found out who the owner is. I'm going to reach out to the owner and see if I can get inside of this building up here. We got to go take a look right now, as a matter of fact. But I want to get inside this building up here and get a whole video on this abandoned building. Oh, wow, the bike battery dropped down to halfway just that quick. It's all right, though. Holy moly, that's the Lark building over there. That's really nice. They just remodeled that into a home over there. It used to be a radio station back in the day. This used to be a bank right there back in the day. But this building right here was the post office. I'm sure we've seen this many times in the videos if you follow the channel. But I'm trying to get in this one right here. I gotta put the bike so it don't fall over. The kickstand's kind of weird at the moment. Oh, all right. So I want to go in this one. And look at that. That up there is carved into the concrete. That's not painted on there. They don't make buildings like this anymore. And to see them sit in this kind of shape, oh man, it makes me upset. Can't let you see what's right there. Well, yeah, you can kind of see inside a little bit. Not in the best of shape. I mean, there's ways in. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely ways in. I mean, the cats or the raccoons or something are going in. Make sure I don't get too far from my bike there. But that window right there is busted. They need to fix that so people stop going in and out of that. You know what I mean? Somebody has beeped at me in that car over there. So if you're watching and you're part of the channel, all of you. Oh, I didn't realize someone rode into this stuff here. Whoa, I didn't realize what it showed there. Sorry, y'all. But hey, I say, you just don't get buildings like this at all anymore. When we build buildings these days. This is fantastic. I really want to get in there. I mean, look at that. There's so much to see in there. That'd be so cool. And then, you know, I would do a whole history lesson on this whole building. And then go in and do the abandoning explore like we did way down there at the Washington School. All right, Donovan. Yeah, I was talking about your new investment there, buddy. I'll check my messages when I'm done with the live stream, all right, bud? I don't have my other phone on me, all right, check it now. I didn't want to bring too much stuff out with me today. Here we got an officer of the law driving by. Cole Township K9 unit. See, like I said, key cat. They're everywhere. Let's watch where he goes. Because usually they go somewhere easy access to something like this. Like I said, I was following the footprints that came over earlier when I was walking up here. They were actually just shoveling this up here. Yeah, we just audited that place over there. I just did a video up there auditing that. Yeah. Oh, this is Shamokin that I'm in now, the city of Shamokin. Cole Township surrounds Shamokin, but it's all the same. The police force are two different police forces, but they help each other out, of course. Just like all of the Cole region, all the police departments help each other out if needed be. So, all right, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I don't want to go that way because that road sucks. This sidewalk's okay compared to what it was earlier. But yeah, I definitely want to get in this building here and check it out. And like I said, do a nice history on it. So I'm really fascinated by it. You gotta see the side of it here, actually. And you know, what's really even crazier? This building next to me here has a lot of history too. A very big, significant history in the city of Shamokin. Across from the Lark building here. Oh, I don't know what streets we're on. That's Sunbury, Route 61 up there. I think this is Rock Street. I'm not 100% on that. But this building right here that looks like garbage nowadays, you know, it was a Gilly building. What can I say? No longer owned by Gilly. It was the first place Thomas Edison hooked electricity up to in the city of Shamokin. This building right here. Try not to hit this old classic fire hydrant. Look at the old classic fire hydrant. It's not, I wouldn't say it's classic, but it's an older style. Definitely something different. But that building there, the Downey building, I think it's called. Yeah, Rock Street. Hi, Kelly. Yes, Rock Street. Thank you. I thought that's what that was. But yeah, that was the first place Thomas Edison hooked it up for us to have electricity in the city of Shamokin. I want to get across the street so we can get a good shot of it. Also, I want to get run over or fall over because of this right here. This is pretty rough. But here, we'll get a good shot of it. I know, like I say, I'm sorry. It's not a good looking building anymore. It was a Gilly property. That's all I need to say. If you're local, you understand. But that's the first place electricity was hooked up in Shamokin. I love these old buildings, actually. They don't make them like this anymore. They put a lot of attention to detail. Look, now we got a good view of that post office from over here. They put a lot of detail into the buildings back in the day. It took a lot of pride in craftsmanship. They didn't have all the fancy tools that we do now either. And they did an even better job back then than we do nowadays. I mean, that's a big apartment building now, actually. So, what do they call this? I'm frozen, y'all. I think I know this guy coming up here. No, I don't. Oh well. Looks like we got the clearing. And off we go. Back across the street. Rock Street. Because Kelly let us know 100% for sure that our accusation was right on that one. The news item building. Ugh. Getting colder and colder and colder, y'all. I cannot wait for springtime. But we have to get another view of this beautiful sunset before I wrap it up for the day. The bike sounds really rough right now. Just keep squealing on me. Yeah, there's the sunset. Rise it up. That's a good spot to chill for a moment. All right. Yeah, right? Under these roads is all brick. Under these roads, they have brick. Train tracks are buried under these roads some places, too. It's crazy what they do, right? Looks like it sunk, yeah. Yo, look at the backside of the building we were just looking at. The Thomas Edison building, we're going to call it. That one right there. That's the backside of it. Very crazy looking, ain't it? You let some historical building like that go. I don't know, like, I hate to say it, bad hands to maintain it. That's what happened. So, yeah, they try to hide the past from us. That's what my job is. Bring out the history and the culture of the coal region. I know all the stories going on at the same time, you know. I do a little bit of everything. But at the same time, as I'm making videos, keeping the culture and the history alive and learning it myself at the same time is an amazing thing. It's a benefit to both worlds, if you ask me. But all right, y'all. It is extremely cold. I appreciate all of you stopping in for the first live stream of the year. It's going to get better this year. This is going to be our year. So until next time, y'all, stay safe, stay warm, rise above, crack on.